Hi there, it's time for the weekly video to do with the podcast. I will start by reminding people you can feel free to like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, to the podcast, to any of our social media outlets, and we appreciate all comments, all constructive feedback. In the last episode we managed to remember to mention comments from, I think it was Bruce and Marie, who'd commented on our Facebook post for the week. So thank you for those comments. This month's special is about movies that bombed, or just, I don't know if they have remained bombs or if they just they didn't do well anyway, which is why I have gone for Tomorrowland, a film I will be passionately defending. Whether or not I can convince any of the others that I'm right, we'll need to wait and see. Dave has gone for Street Fighter, the Legend of Chun-Li, I think. And Tyler is finally forcing us all to watch Battlefield Earth, a film that I'm genuinely worried he loves. He at least likes enough to defend us. So there you go. That is going to be a fun time. What isn't a bomb is at least one of the movies that I received this week, just today actually. So I'll get to those in a minute. One that I'm unsure about. Picked up a little slasher movie, Moon and Scorpio. Now, being supportive and engaging with people online does work. I ended up going for this because Matty Budrewicz, I always worry about mispronouncing his surname. Anyway, Matty had got involved in a conversation on Twitter, mentioned that he and Dave Wain were on a commentary on this disc. There's also a track from Fredo and Ray. There's also a track from The Hysteria Continues. People were talking about this film, and I thought I should check out that film because A, I haven't seen it before. B, yeah, I like a good fun slasher now and again, even if it's a dumb one. And C, it is supporting people who I have enjoyed over the past few years since discovering Matty and Dave and the Schlock Pit and what they do. I have started listening lately to even more podcasts. It seems like every other week there's another podcast coming out. People are dipping their toes in the water. People are trying things. And I have friends who have gone on to do extra podcasts, and a lot of them do wonderful stuff and have great conversations. And I really like getting that in my ears. It's all a variety of viewpoints. You know, if I find different people with very different perspectives, I really like that. I've also tried to be supportive to people who have supported us in the podcast. You know, we've been going over 5 years now, but it does open me up to seeing even more of the negative that's out there, the frankly poor podcasts that are about, especially when it comes to movie reviews and movie chats. And if you are subscribing to a lot of podcasts, if you're giving them your time, as I've said before, I hope that you know, kind of demand a minimum level of quality. Whether or not you think we meet that is another matter. I hope we do, but you know, so many people are doing movie review podcasts, and they're not movie reviews. They are detailing the plot of a movie and going through it. That's it. That's not really offering you much of an opinion or a different insight. Now, there may be a lot of opinions or insights on a movie that all agree on one main thing. And at the end of the day, it's a good movie or it's a bad movie. That's fine. There are some movies that we discuss on the podcast that we end up feeling we've covered quite superficially. And there are other movies that we get to the end and we think, yeah, we all enjoyed that conversation because of different things that came out of it that we hadn't necessarily noticed individually as we watched film. That is good for us. That is what we enjoy. And that is what we hope to convey to people who listen. It doesn't always happen. I know that. You know that if you're listening. You know that if you've listened to other people discuss movies. I'm not saying every movie conversation is an eye-opening deluge of insight and movie factoids. It just doesn't happen, especially when so many people out and about there aren't paid professionals to do that, and a lot of people are doing this off their own back, off their own dime, as it were. But I will say, if you listen to something or watch something or even read someone and there is a pattern and it's maybe quite lazy or just lacking energy or the right education in the context of what they're discussing or writing about, like, you need to start getting them away and hopefully letting the quality just stay bubbling up to the top for people online, for people who you might recommend stuff to, for anyone and everyone who may discover it. So that being said, funnily enough, I picked up Dog Soldiers this week on Blu-ray, a nice second sight package. A lot of people picked up the super duper special edition that was out, and I didn't because of a specific reason. Basically, there was the main draw was a booklet and there were some other extras, but I didn't see enough allure in the booklet. I didn't see enough of a draw with the essays that might be there. Now, there are maybe some great essays there. I just knew that, it generally didn't feel like something essential for me. So I saved, I can't recall what the price difference was, maybe £20, maybe 10, 15, and decided to go for just the upgrade. Dog Soldiers is a superb film. Neil Marshall is, he's a pretty great director. I didn't like The Reckoning, but Dog Soldiers, hell of a feature debut. Combat, again, is a short film that's on the disc. There's quite a lot of the archived extras, plus the new extras, I believe, on there from a quick browse at the back. The Descent is amazing. Has at least one, but possibly two of the best horror movie jump scares of the last 20 years, I would say. It's just superb. Absolutely top tier modern horror classic. What came next? Was it Doomsday or Centurion? Anyway, Doomsday is a film I unabashedly love because of the way it just wears all of its references on its sleeve, wears its heart on its sleeve, and has a plot revolving around a walled off Scotland that is full of basically wild people and cannibals, which on some weekends isn't that far from the truth anyway. Centurion was okay. I really need to revisit that. I've got that tucked away here somewhere on Blu-ray. I didn't mind the new Hellboy. It wasn't the Del Toro Hellboys. David Harbour isn't Ron Perlman. It is different. It's not quite as good as those, but it was good fun. I just didn't like The Reckoning. That was it. But I really like Neil Marshall. Recommend most of his filmography, and if you can, definitely upgrade Dog Soldiers. Moving on to something else that was a little bit harder to get hold of because I did want the super duper special edition. There we go. It's Event Horizon, baby. Paul W.S. Anderson. Let's just get this here. So, this is just all kinds of loveliness. I'll put that there. Inside the discs and the postcards that I'm not opening yet. But wait, because I know it's amazing video work when you disappear out of frame. But this patch, I'm wondering what I will put that on. It may end up going on somewhere. This is definitely going on somewhere. See this pin, obviously Event Horizon. And then for when I have the technical know-how and want to make my own ship, obviously I'm going to work with these blueprints and do that. A gorgeous package on the back of the box also details the commentary tracks. And let me have a look here. I think I used to have the DVD, so this has a commentary, 5 documentaries about that. The Point of No Return is the filming of Event Horizon with director commentary, Secrets with selectable director commentary, the Unseen Event Horizon. Yeah, it's kind of, I think, seeped into modern horror / urban legend about the unseen version of Event Horizon, and from what I recall, I don't think we'll ever see that version. I'm not even sure if they made it to filming or if there were just concepts or snippets that were made in there, but it remains a fantastic film. It's a haunted house movie in space. I believe we covered it for the podcast, and if we did, I'll be putting the link, not here because I can't do fancy editing techniques or even really easy editing techniques, but I'll put it in the description and do that. I just had to take a chance and go on eBay to seek out that edition. Be careful if you are looking for the super duper special edition of Event Horizon. There was one copy that I went to buy it now to get that, and it was a good price. And then the person messaged me and says, "Hi, we'll send this to you shortly. Just so you know, this is the import version. Everything's the same, but there's Japanese writing on the box." And I replied, if I wanted the version with Japanese writing on the box, I would have, ordered the import version. So this isn't what I'm after, because I could see, English releases at a similar price point. So they were like, oh, it was in the listing, which it was, and tiny writing somewhere, but they used the same photo. So it did show the photo of the box that I just held up for you. So I'm sure if you've been on eBay quite a few times, but be very careful if you're searching that out. Do look for the one that has this on it. I think is it Studio Canal? Oh no, it's just a Paramount box. I don't know where I got the idea that Studio Canal had released this, but look for that, and also study a description and make sure it doesn't say import version, because apparently there are similar versions, but they will have the Japanese writing on them. Unless you're after a bargain and that happens to have everything in it, but just some Japanese writing on it. You don't mind. That is enough anyway for this week. A bit lengthier than last week. As I say, we're looking forward to discussing some bombs, and it's no spoiler for me to keep on about how much I like Tomorrowland, so I hope to find more fans of Tomorrowland, and I hope you tune in and enjoy the conversation. We're recording a bit earlier this week, so if you do leave any comments midweek on our Facebook post, I'm afraid we'll have probably already recorded by the time you see those. But, if you leave any comments here, we might even get to them and remember to mention those when we're doing the actual podcast. Until then, bye.